I've been on the force in Charles County for a little over 12 years now. Most nights it's quiet, just the usual traffic stops, domestic calls, or the occasional drunk stumbling out of a bar in La Plata. But there's one shift I still can't explain. This happened back in 2017, around late October. I was patrolling the area near White Plains, off Billingsley Road, near where it gets real quiet. Just stretches of field and dark two-lane roads. It was close to 3 a.m. when I pulled over by an old cornfield just to take a breather. I sometimes do that when my shift gets slow. I turned off the engine, cracked the window, and leaned back. That's when I saw it, something moving in the corn. At first I thought it might have been a deer or maybe even a kid screwing around. But as I leaned forward, I saw a man step out from between the rows. He was barefoot, shirtless, and pale like bone. He didn't look drunk or high, just lost. But what stuck with me was how he stared, unblinking, even when my high beams hit him dead on. I grabbed my flashlight, got out, and called out, "Charles County Sheriff's, you all right, sir?" He didn't answer, just turned and walked back into the corn. Now here's where it got strange. I followed him maybe 10 steps in, flashlight bouncing off the dried stalks, and then nothing. He was gone, like he'd vanished into thin air. No rustling, no sound, no footprints in the dirt. I called it in, thinking maybe I'd hallucinated the whole thing. Dispatch logged it, but didn't seem too concerned. 2 days later, I swung by the property owner's house. He's an older guy, lives alone, and I figured I'd let him know someone might have been trespassing. When I mentioned the man in the corn, the old guy just stared at me and asked, "Was he barefoot?" I nodded, and the color drained from his face. He told me his brother died in that field back in '73, got caught in a combine after sneaking in barefoot to scare a girl they were dating at the time. Since then, a few folks over the years claimed they'd seen someone walking the field late at night. I didn't file a report. Hell, who would believe it? But I never pull over on Billingsley anymore. Not at night. Not near that field. Some things, I think, are better left unexplained. I don't tell this story often, not because I'm afraid people won't believe me, but because I'm not even sure I believe it myself. I was on patrol one night, late summer of 2020, just outside Hughesville. It was one of those shifts where nothing was happening. Quiet roads, not a single car passing for over an hour. I was driving along Gallant Green Road, doing my usual loop, when my radio cut out. Just static. No big deal. Happens sometimes. But then my headlights flickered. Dashboard went dark for maybe 2 seconds. Engine kept running, but every electronic blinked out like someone flipped a breaker. That got my attention. I pulled over near a clearing, not far from an old tobacco barn that's half collapsed now, and stepped out to check the cruiser. That's when I noticed the light. Not from behind me, but above me. It was this soft, pale blue glow, almost like a full moon, but brighter and dead silent. At first I thought it might be a drone, but it was way too big. Oval-shaped, no rotors, no blinking lights. Just floating there above the trees. I stared up at it for maybe 10-15 seconds. Long enough to know it wasn't a plane or chopper. Then just like that, it zipped away. No sound. No wind. Just gone. Like skipping a rock across the sky. I didn't know what to do. My radio came back online a minute later, like nothing happened, so I got back in and kept driving. Now here's the part that messes with me. About 2 weeks later, I pulled into the same area and saw tire tracks leading into that same clearing. Figured it was a group of kids hanging out. Walked in with a flashlight and found a circle of burned grass. Perfect circle. No trash, no signs of a fire. Just this scorched patch, maybe 20 feet across. I took photos, but I never turned them in, never logged the report. People laugh when they hear the word UFO, but I know what I saw. And whatever it wasn't from here. I still patrol that area sometimes, but I don't stop there anymore. Especially not after midnight. They had me running building checks in Waldorf that month, mainly because we'd had a string of break-ins around abandoned commercial lots. The old Sears at the St. Charles Town Center had been shut for a while by then, big empty box of a place, windows boarded up. We'd gotten a few calls about kids sneaking in, maybe tagging the walls or filming dumb TikToks. It was a Tuesday night just after 2 a.m. when I pulled up to check the service entrance in the back. I didn't expect anything. Usually it was just wind rattling sheet metal or a raccoon knocking over debris. But that night, something felt off the second I stepped out of the cruiser. The loading dock door was half open. That was new. I called it in, flashlight out, and made my way inside. The air was stale, heavy with old perfume and mildew. My boots echoed through the hollow corridors as I moved past the old shoe department. Shelves were empty, walls peeling, but then I saw them, mannequins. Maybe a dozen of them, lined up in front of the broken escalator like they were waiting for it to turn on. No clothes, just smooth white plastic, some missing arms or heads. One was holding a child-sized mannequin by the hand. That alone was creepy enough. But I swear to God, I swear, when I turned around to check behind me, I heard a soft shuffle, turned back. They'd moved. Only a little, but enough. The one with no head was now facing me. The child mannequin was now a few feet ahead, arm out like it was reaching for me. I froze, listened. Nothing. Then I heard it, a soft clack, like plastic tapping against the tile floor. No wind, no footsteps, just that sound, slow and steady, moving toward me. I backed out, fast, radioed for backup, and waited outside until another unit arrived. When we went in together, the mannequins were all in a pile by the fitting rooms. Like someone had just thrown them there. Not lined up, not standing. I know what I saw. I don't patrol that side of the mall anymore, even when they ask. Let the new guys handle it. Sears can rot for all I care. Something in there doesn't want to be forgotten.
Like and subscribe for more eerie tales.